Hey everyone, welcome back to my Mexican kitchen here in Switzerland. The recipe for today is potato patties with a tortilla sauce, which I hope you guys enjoy, so let's start cooking. The ingredients you need to make your potato patties are 4 large potatoes or 6 medium ones, 1 diced onion, 1 garlic clove minced, 2 eggs, 200 grams of grated cheese, 2 tablespoons of flour, frying oil, 2 tablespoons of butter, salt and pepper to taste, and a few basil leaves. That's also up to you to taste. For the tortilla sauce, you're going to need 2 tortillas, 250 milliliters of heavy cream, and 1 chipotle pepper. Okay, so to start with the potato patties, we need to cook our potatoes. So for that, you need enough water in a pot to cook them in. If you've never cooked potatoes before, which is possible, how to know that the potatoes are cooked, it's very easy. All you have to do is you stick a steak knife in your potato, and if it goes in easily that it's soft, then your potatoes are cooked. If you still feel a bit of resistance that it's hard, then you just let them cook a little bit longer. Okay, so while our potatoes are cooking, we're going to saute our onions. What we have to do is we put a bit of butter in a small frying pan. We melt the butter. Once it's melted, we add our onions, and once they're translucent, we can add the diced, chopped up or minced garlic, just so it gives some sort of flavor in there, and you mix it quickly. Don't let your garlic burn. So as soon as it just kind of, you can smell the garlic in there, you turn it off and you leave it aside so we can use it later in our potato patties. Our potatoes are done cooking and I already peeled them. The next step is we're going to mash them. Once you've mashed them well, we're going to add the rest of the ingredients, which are the sauteed onions, the garlic, the basil, which I chopped up finely, the cheese, the eggs, which we'll whisk lightly and then add them in there, and the flour. And last but not least, you add a bit of salt and a bit of pepper. Here's the reason why. You're going to make your patty and you're going to cook it. I recommend making 1 patty first and tasting it. Then you can see if it needs more salt or it's fine as it is. Otherwise, if you put too much salt, you can't fix it, so it's better to undersalt and taste, and then you can modify the amount you need. So before I start making the potato patties, I want to get my sauce ready. That way it's ready for when the potato patties are done with and you don't have your food cooling down. So to make the sauce, what we need to do is, I'm using the same frying pan I used for the onions and the garlic. Didn't clean it or anything, it's the same pan as it was. I'm going to add a bit of oil. You don't need tons, it's just a bit. And I'm going to add the tortillas. These are cold, they haven't been heated. I'm going to cut them up like to make them tortilla chips. So I'm going to fry them. Once they're fried, I'm going to put them in the blender. I'm going to put the whole cream, the chipotle pepper, and a bit of salt and pepper. And I'm going to process it all. Once it's been processed, I'm just going to set it aside and start making my potato patties. Okay, so next step is making our potato patties. The leftover oil I had from frying the tortillas, I just poured it into this pan that I'm going to be using for the patties. Like that, nothing goes to waste. I'm going to add a generous amount of oil, like that the patties fry evenly. And you can do this by hand, or you can do it how I'm going to do it with the use of 2 spoons. You just put a generous amount of potato. It depends on how big you want your patty, so that's up to you guys. And you put it in your pan. With the same spoons, you can shape the patty so it's nice and round. And with two spatulas, you can be flipping your patty over so it doesn't break because they are fragile. And once they're nice and golden evenly, you can put them on a plate with some absorbent paper so that you get rid of the excess oil. Okay, so we're done with our potato patties. Here's a glimpse of how they turn out. Very pretty, very round, very fluffy. Here's a thing I should probably mention. I gave you guys the amount of potatoes. I didn't say half a pound or half a kilo. So I just said 4 potatoes, 4 large potatoes. In my case, they were huge. But large is different for each person. So depending on the size of the potatoes is the amount of flour you're going to need to add so that they stay in a nice round shape, they don't fall apart, they don't leave all this crispy debris in your oil when you're frying them. So what you do is in the first patty, which I told you to make that you don't add so much salt so that you can taste it, you also see if your patty is too fragile, too sticky, that it's starting to crumble apart, and if that's happening, then you add more flour by spoonfuls. You can add another 2 spoonfuls, for example. If you see it's still happening, then you add a bit more. As soon as you see that your patty keeps the round shape and that it stays nice and more compact, then that's the amount of flour you need. Another thing is, in my experience, they tend to stay better shaped if you do it by hand than if you do it by spoon. By spoon, it's practical if you're just cooking for yourself. But if you have guests over and you want them to have a really nice shape, then I recommend you do it by hand. If you don't care if the shape is all sloppy, you can do it by spoon. And, well, here's the final result with the tortilla sauce, which is really yummy. The rice is a rice and a chili sauce, which I made. You guys probably will see a video soon. Very good. And you can also accompany it with avocado, with some beans. It's up to you guys. But this is a really delicious recipe, which I know you will enjoy. See you guys next time, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please watch the other videos. Just click on the links, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.